So now, around
Good evening.
25 to 20, you can say around 25 days is left it out. So what we will do in the next 25 days, all the chapters, old IOQM questions will do, and we'll learn the things. It means how to handle the question in different methods we'll solve it. So today, next 3 days, we are going to do the geometry. And geometry, we will do by the vector method. That's the most easiest way to handle the geometry. And if all of you can understand that, it will be much easy to solve. Any geometry problem, I'm not talking about the INMO level, but IOQM level and RMO level easily can be solved by using the vector method. So I break in 3 portions. That's why 3 days I'm taking. So geometry, first thing, how many question comes and what is the weightage? See, this is the most important after the number theory in the whole IUQM. There will be 3 questions, minimum 3 questions used to come. I'm talking about the till last year, what is the pattern? Somebody is writing on this. Please do not use that. Hold on, please. So minimum 3 questions will be there. There will be 1 2 marks question and 1 3 marks and other 5 marks. So you can expect that means around 10 marks minimum. I'm talking about the minimum 10 marks question used to be there from the geometry itself. So that is why this chapter is very important, and it can be done very quickly. Only thing is that your basic geometry of the 8th, 9th you should know. Then we'll use the vector logic and for solving these questions. So let's start with the vector because time is limited. We have to finish a lot. Whenever I go a little bit fast or something, please mention in the chat box. I will speed down. So should we start? So vector. So first half an hour, I'm just giving the pure basics, completely basics. So listen very carefully. See, vector advantage is that first things, you can take reference point anywhere. Suppose, imagine, this is I'm calling it as an origin, means reference point. Origin means nothing but reference point, generally represented by the O. If there is a point A and there is a point B, if you join origin to A, this is the one of the vector. We represent by this symbol. Vector equal to what actually? Vector equal to magnitude into direction. Magnitude into direction. That's what the meaning of the vector. We are not going to talk in terms of the I, J, K and those kind of the vectors. We will be talking only for mathematics point of view. So if we join 2 points and one of the point is the origin, so this point position vector will be this, and that we represent by, we can write by this symbol. This is the symbol of writing the vector. So this is the OA vector, or you can say A vector. If you join this you can give some other name. Let's call it B vector. So A vector is the starting from origin, terminating at A, and direction of the A vector is the this way. Direction of B vector is the this way. Right? So every vector will have magnitude and direction. This is the magnitude of this vector, which generally represented by the mod A. This vector magnitude will be represented by the mod B. And you can see these two are different direction. This is going in this direction and this is in this direction. So these two vectors are the is there one A vector, one B vector. Here, very important thing is that position vector. What does mean by position vector? Any vector whose head is at some point and tail is at origin. So that will be called as the position vector. That means this is your position vector. This is the position vector because tail is at the origin and this point name is anything A. So OA will be called as the position vector. And we write this way. Or if you are giving A vector name, so this will write as a A vector. So vector is nothing but one line segment. That's all, nothing else. It's a one line segment is there, A vector. This is the what called as the vector representation.
Sir, can you tell again position vector?
Any vector which start from origin will be called as the position vector. Like this is the position vector, this is the position vector. But at the same time, suppose if I ask you, what is this? This is also a vector because it's having magnitude and I put arrow here, means direction is this way. This is not position vector because it does not start from the origin. It starts from some other point. If any vector does not start from origin, that is called the non-position vector. This is the non-position vector. Position vector. And non-position vector always equal to position vector. P dot V means position vector of head minus position vector of tail. So means this vector will be nothing but, see, head position vector what? This point position vector B. This point position vector A. So this will be B minus A. This is the B minus A vector. I'm sure it's clear to everybody.
Sir, it can be a resultant.
No, don't go in that way. Forget about that. If anybody knowing the vectors already, please do not use all this concept. Whatever I'm teaching, that much only. Because we are learning vector for the geometry solving question. There is a purpose for the vector. This vector method I'm teaching you to solve all geometry problem by using vector method. So you will get rid of theorem and all unnecessary extra theorem which we used to learn it, that we don't have to go through that one. I'm not saying the basic theorem you should not know. What is the parallel, what is the angle, those things you should know. So this is the position vector of this. Now, let's identify the vectors, means position vector, non-position vector. Imagine this is the origin. This point is the A, whose position vector is given A. This point is B, whose position vector B. This point position vector is the C. Tell me, what will be AC vector? AC vector.
Sir, non-position.
Non-position, what is the value? In terms of the small a vector, small b vector, small c vector. See, vector always we represent like this. So
Small c vector minus small a vector.
No. AC vector I want. So always draw picture. This is the vector I want. AC.
That small a minus small c.
No. Look, now stop talking. Head where is kept? On C. So it means here is the head. So what I told you, head minus tail. Head position vector is what? When I wrote C, it means this position vector is the C. This is the C. If I wrote A, so this position vector is the A. And this position vector is the B. So now AC vector will be what? Head minus tail. Head is where? On C. So C minus A. Is this clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
If I ask you...
Sir, one more time.
Yeah. Should I repeat? You'll understand, don't worry. If I ask you BC vector, see, wording, simple wording, BC, join a line from B to C, join a line from B to C. Here, first line join.
Sir, it will be B minus C.
Yeah. We have to see where is the arrow. So top arrow C is on the C. It means this will be. So head minus C minus B. I hope it's clear to everybody.
So why is it not B minus C?
Where is the head? Head is on C or B?
C.
C. So head minus tail. Vector, simple trick. Head minus tail. That's all. This is simple rule.
Sir, so BC vector and CB vector are not the same, sir. BC vector.
No, not at all same. BC vector is different. Check it here. Suppose I say this is the B, this is the C. Imagine. So BC vector means this vector. And CB vector means this vector. Here. The direction are opposite. Length will be same, but direction opposite.
Yes.
So BC vector will be coming this. So head minus tail rule you have to apply. Understand this point here. Position, non-position vector will decide your geometry. That gone. So easily you can tell this line, this triangle, this side is parallel to that parallelogram, this the parallel. Everything you can tell very clearly. But this point has to be clear ki what does mean by the non-position vector. Imagine, suppose if I take a one vector I'm taking. Let's say this vector. If I say this vector is the x vector, any name I can give, x vector. And imagine this is the origin. No, not this. This is the origin. This vector, if I give you, this vector is given as a vector and this vector is given as a B vector. Tell me, what is the X and AB relation?
B vector minus A vector.
Vector minus A vector.
Sir, B vector minus A vector, sir.
B vector minus A vector. Very simple, because the X vector head is here and head position vector is the B. And tail position vector is the A. How can I say head position vector is the A, B? Because this and origin join is the B. Position vector means that vector which is starting from origin. That is very important. You have to understand that point. Now, look this, everybody. This is the origin. Let's say this is the A vector. Let's say this is the B vector. Let's say this is the C vector. Tell me, out of these three vectors, which is not position vector?
C vector.
So C vector.
C vector.
This is not position vector because it's terminating at origin. It's not starting from origin. I hope everybody understood.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So position vector, non-position vector calculation is very easy. It's not at all difficult. You have to understand this point. Now, let's understand meaning of parallel vector. Parallel vector, very, very important. Those vectors whose direction are same called as the parallel vector. Means this vector, suppose A, let's say this vector is the B. So we will say A and B are parallel vector. We'll say A and B are parallel vector. Be clear, parallel line and parallel vector are different vectors. But imagine if I say this is A vector, this is your B vector. If you see these two lines are parallel, but the vector are opposite direction. This is the A in this direction, this is the left side direction, this is the right side direction. So A and B are called as anti-parallel vector, or called as anti-parallel vectors. Understood, everybody?
Yes, sir.
If two vectors are parallel, so 100% sure one vector will be equal to some constant, some scalar. Vector and scalar means those some number into B vector. Only condition is that here T will be positive number. Those who are learning first time, they may find a little bit difficulty, but wait half an hour, you will understand. Suppose these two are anti-parallel, to here also A vector equal to some scalar. I don't know, some scalar, let's say T, B, but in this case, T will be negative. In this case, T is negative scalar. Scalar means number, some number.
Sir, can it be 0?
No, it cannot be 0. Otherwise, A vector will become null vector.
Okay.
Null vector, you don't have to study. It's there, the meaning of that, but forget about that.
ठीक है, sir. Thank you.
So A vector equal to T into B vector. So T is positive. Whenever one vector equal to some positive number into other vector means they are parallel vector. If one vector equal to some negative number into other vector, that is the anti-parallel vector. Simple, straightforward rule. For example, if I say A vector equal to 7B vector, tell me what is the relation between A and B?
A is
So
7
they
times
will
the
be
vector.
A is parallel to B.
Parallel vector.
Yes, sir. Parallel vector.
Yes, A and B parallel. And one more information.
The length of A is 7 times the B.
1 times of that of B.
Yeah, length of A is 7 times of length of B. That also you can say. This will tell you. If I say by picture, how will you show? We'll show like this. B is the smaller length. And A is parallel to this, but 7 times. Let's assume it's 7 times. Like this. It will look like this. Whenever I say, suppose I say 2A plus 3B equal to 0. Remember, when you are writing vector, so 0 vector I'm writing, but don't get confused. It's a 0 because both sides should be vector. That's why vector I symbol. Tell me, what is the A and B relation?
Anti-parallel.
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 They will be anti-parallel because A vector equal to minus 3 by 2 into B vector. And this is the negative. And one more thing we can say, magnitude of A is 3 by 2 times of magnitude of B. Right?
So negative sign will depict anti-parallel here.
Yes. Means negative is coming, multiplication means direction change. Whenever you multiply a negative quantity, it means their direction are opposite. If I say, look this picture. Let's say this is the A. Let's say this is the B. I'm taking this one as origin. If I ask you, can you locate minus B? Yes.
Yes, sir.
But opposite. This will be minus B. Where is minus A? That also we can locate. This is same length, but opposite side, minus A. I'm sure able to understand everybody. This is the way we used to structure the position vector, non-position vector, parallel vector, anti-parallel vector. Two things we discuss. What does mean by position, non-position? What does mean by parallel and non-parallel, anti-parallel vectors? Now, a most useful terms. Internal and external division. External division. Please concentrate. I'm going to discuss this point. Very carefully you have to understand. Imagine this is the coordinate. Coordinate axis, I hope all of you heard it. And let's remove the coordinate. Let's say this is the origin. Let's say this is the A point. Let's say this is the B point. And position vector of the capital A is the small a vector. and position vector of the B is the small b vector. Right? On this line, on this one, I want a point, this point position vector. If it's divide these two in the ratio m:n, means suppose this point is P. So I'm trying to say that BP length divided by PA length equal to m by n. Don't get confused that this length is m, this ratio. If P divides B and A in the ratio m:n, then position vector of the P will be given by this multiply here, MA, and this multiply here, plus NB divided by M plus N.
So repeat this topic.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You will find a little bit difficulty, but don't worry, you'll understand. Suppose I say this point is the A vector, this point is the B vector. On this line, one point jump, and this point says that I will divide in the ratio 1:2. Means this length by this length equal to 1/2. I have to tell P vector. What is the P vector? Very simple. This side ratio multiply to this, and this side ratio multiply to this. So what you will get? 1 into B, 1 into B plus 2 into A divided by sum of this ratio, 1 plus 2, 3.
So it will like to this formula we find coordinate. So
I'm not able to understand the things. Please write in the chat box. Did you understand? Whenever you have to get the position vector of a point inside 2 points, which divide in some ratio, so this side ratio multiply to other one, because 1 is attached with this and 2 is multiplied here. So this will be equal to this. Yeah. External internal division. First, maybe some of you don't know what is the meaning of external internal division. Let me explain you first. Suppose AB, and some point I'm writing C, and let's say here D. So we call कि C divides A and B in ratio internally. What ratio? I don't know. But this is called as C divides A and B internally. And D is the outside of A and B. So D divides externally. Externally. Very simple idea, na? Ki one line is there. Look at my camera. One line is there. So if you break from in between, so this is that we are dividing internally this. So some ratio this by this. That's called the internal division. If any point outside of this segment, that is called the external division. Means from outside it's dividing. So this is called as the internal. C divides A and B internally. Here D divides A and B externally. Am I clear?
Sir, but A and B lie on the same side of the D, sir.
A and B?
As A and B lie on the same side of the D, sir. It doesn't divide them, no?
No problem. Doesn't matter. D may be here, maybe here. You'll understand slowly. So suppose I say कि this is the A point, this is the B point, this is some point, maybe C. Let's say AC length divided by CB length equal to 2/3. So we'll say C divides A and B in the ratio 2:3. This is what the meaning. Imagine a situation. Suppose this is the A, this is the B, and this is the D point. Let's say AD by BD is equal to 5/2. So we'll say D divides A and B in the ratio 5:2. 5:2. Externally, this is called the external division, because D is the outside of AB. Is it clear? Have you understand meaning of the? I'm not talking about the vector. I'm just talking that you should understand meaning of external internal division.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Huh. If I ask you, just answer me, everybody. A, B, and this is the point C. If AC equal to BC, AC equal to BC, tell me, this is the internal division or external division?
Internal division.
Internal division.
Internal division.
What is the ratio?
1:1.
1:1.
1 is to 1. Simple. Because AC by BC is coming as 1. And 1 I can write 1 by 1. So 1 is to 1. If I say, answer everybody, A, B, and let's say C, and AC equal to 2 times of BC. Tell me, C divides internally or externally?
Externally, sir. It
Externally.
will divide 2 is to
What
1.
ratio?
2:1.
2 is to 1. This length by this length, 2y. Because this AC by BC is equal to 2 by 1. 2 is to 1. Now answer. A, B, let's say C. Let's say this length is 3. Let's say this length is 2. Tell me C.
Sir, I am not unable to see your screen.
You're not able to see the screen. Please re-log. Just log out and use the link once again. Everybody else able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me, C divides internally or externally?
So externally.
External.
Externally.
So it doesn't divide, sir.
Yes, C does not divide. Reason. Any point which divides A and B, they must lie on the line joining A and B. See, A and B line, if you join it, C does not lie on this line. So C does not divide. Am I clear to everybody?
Sir, can
Yes,
you
sir.
explain it again? I was unable to get.
If C lie on the line joining A and B, then only it will divide. Otherwise, it will not divide. So C does not lie on the line joining A and B, because line joining A and B will be this, and C does not lie on this. So that's why it will not be called as it does not divide. Right?
That 8 to 1 like that was how
Please mention in the chat. Sound is there. Avoid using the mic right in the chat. Otherwise it will
Sir, how 2:1 came?
Where?
Sir, in that AC upon BC equals to 2:1.
Because AC by BC equal to 2, and 2 I can write 2 by 1 also. That's why AC and BC ratio is the 2:1. Clear? Now, coming back to vector. If suppose A point is the small a vector, B point is the small b vector, I want to know position vector of a point which divides in the ratio m is to n. Internally, whenever internally, m is attached with what? Apart from P. Think, m is attached with the A and n is attached with the B. So m attached with the A, so it should multiply with B. N attached with the B, so it should multiply with this. This is the way, this is the trick to find it out. So what will say? M into B plus N into A divided by
Upon M.
sum of ratio. This is the position vector of P. P position. I'm sure it's clear to everybody.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Wait, M is the this side, so this will multiply other side vector. N is this side, so it will multiply this other side vector. Add them. Divided by sum of these two. Quickly. Tell me, this is the P. Let's say this ratio is the 1:2. Means this side 1, this side 2.
Sir, vector B plus 2 vector A upon 3.
The B vector plus 2A vector upon 3.
Yes. This is the position vector of the P. Am I
Sir,
right?
half an hour over.
Pardon? Please avoid using my mention in the chat box. Quick. Now tell me. See, you have only 25 days left. We don't waste time. A, this is the B. What is the position vector of the midpoint?
Sir, vector B plus vector A upon 2.
Yes, correct. Midpoint position vector means what? 1:1. Both length will be equal. 1:1. So we'll say that ki 1 into B plus 1 into A by 2 means M position vector will be A plus B by 2. I hope understood everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, external division. Slightly understanding is required. Internal division, wherever plus is there, you have to write minus. That's the only thing. That's all. Suppose if I say, this is the A and B. Please concentrate. A, B. I want to get the position vector of some C, which divides in such a way that AC by BC is equal to M by N. Means M is attached with what? A. And N is attached with what? B. Do you understand? M by N, AC by BC is equal to M by N. The way to remember, M is attached with A. This is the M. Don't get confused, it's not length. And this is your M. So it's M by N. So M is attached with A. So M will multiply with B. N is attached with B. So N will multiply with A. So we'll say NA minus plus only for internal minus MB divided by N minus M. Whatever this minus this.
Sir, sir, we will not write M vector B minus N vector A.
You can write other way also, no problem. Both will be same. If you suppose you start with the N, so you have to N will multiply with the A because N is attached with the B. So N cannot multiply with B. N will multiply with the A minus M will multiply with B divided by this minus this, N minus M. Same thing I wrote. Yeah, it's the same thing. You may start with the B. I'm sorry. You can start with the B also. M will multiply with the B minus N will multiply with the A divided by M minus N. Somebody not able to understand?
So first one is correct or second one, sir?
Both are correct. Both are same thing. See, if you minus multiply numerator and denominator, it will come same thing. Dia, you will understand. Don't worry. We will do question practice. You will understand. Don't try to learn any formula. Learn the method. The formula you will not remember. Learn the method. Watch it. I will do question. Then you will understand. Suppose A to the B. Let's say this is C. I want C vector. This is my question. Data what is given? They are giving AC by BC is equal to 2 by 5. Watch carefully. AC by BC equal to 2 by. A rough picture draw. AC, this is 2. And BC, it's a 5. Be clear. Don't get confused. I'm saying this length is 2. This is just for understanding.
Sir, 5 vector minus 2.
Don't speak answer. Please listen, everybody. This 2 rough picture always draw like this. Now, 2 is attached with what? A. So 2 will multiply with B. 2B. 5 is attached with B. So it will multiply with A. So minus 5A divided by 2 minus 5. Your answer will be C vector equal to 2B minus 5A divided by minus 3. Or minus you can multiply in numerator. and you can say 5a minus 2b by 3. Is this clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Is it minus 5a vector, sir? Isn't it like,
What?
so like the remaining partner, sir? So like how is it minus 5a vector? I didn't understand that.
This 5 you will multiply with whom?
So with the
5 is attached with which 2 point? Look the picture, no? 5 is attached with which 2 point?
sir, B and C.
B and
C.
C. C, forget it, because C we have to find. It means 5 is attached with B, correct?
Yes, sir.
So it should multiply with the other vector, means 5a.
Yes, sir.
Now come to 2. 2 is attached with what?
A.
A. So it should multiply with the other one. 2b minus 2b. Divided by whatever this minus this. 5 minus 2. So it will come 5a minus 2b by 3.
Yes.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
So this way we can find out internal division and external division. Now, let's practice a little bit. Suppose if I say one triangle is there. I will solve this question. Please watch it. One triangle is there. ABC is the name. If midpoint of AB and AC join, let's say this point is the D, this is the E. We have to prove that DE length will be equal to half of BC length. By geometry, it's very easy.
Sir, it is a midpoint theorem.
Yeah. I suppose, for example, I don't know theorem. I forgot everything geometry. Concentrate, everybody. I'm just explaining you. I have to prove that DE equal to half BC and DE is parallel to both proof we have to do, parallel to BC. Both proof I have to do. I do not know any theorem and all. I forgot everything.
Sir, we will extend D.
Please understand first. Okay. When I ask, then only reply, please. I don't know anything about this, how to prove this one and all. I know only vector. Check, everybody. Concentrate, all of you. How to first decide origin anywhere, wherever you like. I will suggest you take one of the vertex as a origin. I taken this one as a origin. Right? So we don't have to consider this vector. And let's say this vector is the B vector. So it means B vector is what? Can you understand? This is your B vector. This is. Because vector always start from origin. Let's say this is the C vector. So 100% sure this is your C vector. Correct? Now, D is the midpoint of 0 vector and B vector. Can you tell me position vector of this D vector?
Sir, vector B upon 2.
So it means this is the 1:1. So midpoint direct, I have to remember that this will be half of this plus this by 2. This is the 0. 0 plus B means B. B by 2. What is the E vector?
Sir, C vector, vector C by 2.
Till here, everybody confirm. Please confirm in the chat box. Just write Y. I will understand. Till here, everybody understood. I need confirmation from everybody. Chalo. Now what we want? we are looking for that. कि भैया DE, BC, DE is what? DE. Let's get DE. DE I'll not talk. I will talk DE vector. What is the DE vector? DE vector 100% is non-position vector because it does not start from origin. So position vector of the E minus position vector of the D. Position vector of the E is what? C by 2 minus position vector of the D, D by 2. B by 2. Clear to everybody? So DE vector, can I write half C minus B? And BC vector, how much? BC vector. This is also non-position vector. So this vector minus B vector. Now, what you are looking? This BC vector is this. DE vector is this. So can I write BC vector is nothing but 2 times of DE vector? Speak out.
Yes, sir.
Because C minus B equal to BC,
Yes, sir.
as well as
Yes,
C minus B equal to 2D. So this will like, now try to recall. Can you tell me relation between BC vector and DE vector?
Sir, it is half.
They are parallel.
They are parallel and magnitude of BC is twice of D.
It's positive.
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
It's done.
So,
That's what the proof used to be there. So we
How
don't know, we don't know.
ખાલી આ સેશન છે તો ચાલુ જ છે તો
Please switch off mic. Keep your mic off, please. Everybody. So when we know the ratio, this is the basic things, we can find it where what is going on, and we can find what ratio is there, in what ratio this is division taking place, and other things. Everything can be done. Now, give the heading all of you. Addition of 2 vectors. Addition of 2 vectors are very important. Suppose A vector is this. This is the origin. This is B vector. Whenever you have to do addition of 2 vector, take any one vector on head and try to draw a line parallel to other vector this way. And take other vector head, try to draw a parallel line. Wherever they are meeting this point, this is the addition of A and B. Means this vector will be A plus B vector. This is called as the parallelogram rule. Initially, slide. I will give you another way to understand, very easy way. But right now, try to understand that. Whenever 2 vector addition you want to do, take one of the vector, draw a dotted line parallel to other vector, and then take other vector head and draw a dotted line parallel to another vector. Wherever they meet, join that vector to the origin here. This will be your addition of these 2 vectors. Am I clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
So in a parallelogram, if I am saying, if this is the origin, this is the A vector, this is the B vector, what is this vector? A plus B, bigger, this diagram. Anyone can tell me what is this vector?
So B vector plus A vector.
B vector B minus vector A.
Sir, vector A minus vector B.
Yeah.
sir, vector
Head
A
minus tail. Head is what? A, and tail position vector is the B. So this is the A minus.
A plus B.
Have you understand? Wait, this point we already discussed, no? This is the origin. This point position vector A, this point position vector B. So this will be A minus B. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, give that another heading. Closed loop rule. What does mean it? Whenever more than two vectors are there, and if they form a closed loop, concentrate this point. Slightly, it will take time to understand. I can say this is a closed loop. And it's a cyclic order. Cyclic order in the sense, in one order we are moving anti-clockwise. So it should move either clockwise or anti-clockwise. It should not be happen that one vector clockwise, another vector anti-clockwise, in one direction. Suppose there is the A vector, there is the B vector, there is the C vector, there is the D vector, there is the E vector. So closed loop rule says that A vector plus B vector plus C vector plus D vector plus E vector will be equal to 0. Sum of vector in a closed loop in cyclic order is always 0. Sum of vector in a closed loop taken in cyclic order is always equal to 0. Very, very important. For example, watch everything. Suppose I say this is the A vector, this is B vector. Tell me what will be this vector?
Minus A vector minus B.
Plus B vector.
This
A
plus
vector
this
A minus vector
plus,
B.
stop talking. Let's say this vector is C vector. Let's C vector. So I will say A plus B plus C will be equal to 0 vector. That means C vector equal to minus A minus B. Means this vector is nothing but minus A minus B. Concentrate. Let's say this is the A vector. Let's say this is the B vector. Let's say this is the C vector. And let's say this is the D vector. Can I get relation between A, B, C, D?
A vector plus B vector plus C vector plus D vector is equal to 0.
D vector is equal to A vector plus B vector plus C vector.
Stop talking, stop talking. Think carefully. This is a closed loop or not? First start. A plus B plus C plus this vector, this direction. See, they should move in one direction. This is the A vector, no doubt, plus B vector, no doubt, plus C vector, no doubt. But what is this vector? This vector is what?
Minus C vector.
This is the minus D vector. Wait, this is the D vector, no? This one. They already given D vector. But if I say this is your X vector, tell me what is this vector? This exactly same length but opposite. How do you write?
Minus X
Minus
vector.
X vector. Minus X vector.
So
X
this
vector.
will be minus D vector equal to 0. It means D vector equal to A plus B plus C. Finish. Have you understand?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Let me explain the other thing. Let's say this is your A, this is your B. If this is the B, if I just take same length, same direction, what will be this vector?
B vector.
Same B vector. That is the beauty of vector. It means you can shift vector. See, this is the B vector, this is also B vector. Why? Because length is same, direction is same. Up, I want this vector. Carefully watch everybody, don't answer anything. I want this vector. So now I can see it's a closed loop. So I will say A plus B, and suppose this is the R vector, imagine. So minus R equal to 0. That means R vector equal to A plus B. Have you understand? Is it clear to everybody?
Yes.
That's why R vector equal to A plus B. A plus B minus R equal to 0. That means R vector equal to A plus B. That's what parallelogram rule, which we did by using another way. Till here, clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Let's do a question. Prove that diagonal of a parallelogram bisect. All of you know this theorem. If you take a parallelogram, how many diagonals is there?
2.
2.
Is there really they bisect?
Yes.
Those who are saying it's bisect, please mention in chat box yes. I want to prove it. I don't know suppose I forgot. I don't know that he really bisect or not. Let's do. First step, take somewhere origin. Where I can take origin by? I can take origin here. Let's say this is the A. Let's say this is the B. Let's say this is the C. This is the D. Let's say this vector is the B vector. It means this is the position vector or not. And let's say this is the D vector. So this is also position vector because this is starting from origin. Are you able to understand? Speak
Yes.
out. Now, what is this C vector? Anybody can tell me.
B vector or D vector?
Yes, because this is a parallelogram. So B vector, D vector, so this will be B plus D. And this will be B minus D. But this I don't require. This is the B plus D. This point position vector is the B plus D. I have to check in what ratio it's made. Just I'm going out of topic, listen me. Suppose if I say 2:3, can I say this meaning this also?
Yes, sir.
Anytime 2:3, I can write 2/3:1. Both are same thing. Whenever you have to find ratio, I will always suggest you to take ratio as a k:1 or m:1 or n:1. Why so? Unknown will be only 1. I do not know the ratio. I have to get this ratio. I have to prove that it's a bisect. So for that, I need the ratio. I am assuming let this ratio m:1. And this ratio, let's say n:1. Everybody understood? Let's say this point is P. P coordinate, P position vector, can I get it by using A and C? P position vector, can we get it by using A and C?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what. M into this. Wait, M is attached with this, so it will multiply here. P plus D. Plus 1 into 0, because this side 0, divided by M plus 1. Agree, everybody?
M plus N, M plus 1 illa.
Is this clear to everybody? N is not there. I'm sorry. In place of by M Forget about this n. Let me do, otherwise you'll get confused. This side I'm saying this by this equal to m by 1. So this is the m. So m will multiply here. 1 will multiply with 0 divided by m plus 1. Clear to everybody? Now,
Yes, sir.
P in term of other way, suppose this is the n, this is the 1. So n into B plus 1 into D divided by n plus 1. I hope clear to everybody. What I don't know the ratio. I assume this ratio m is to 1 and this ratio n is to 1. Now, both are P. So both are P, so both will be equal. It means m into B plus D divided by m plus 1 will be equal to n into B plus D divided by n plus 1. Am I right? Because both sides, left side equal, the right side will be also equal. Now, the real beauty of vector. Vector says you can compare coefficient. Vector says you can compare coefficient. What is the B coefficient here? Everybody. Left side B coefficient.
M.
M by n plus 1.
M by M plus.
M by n plus 1.
Plus 1.
Please off your mic. And here M coefficient is n by n plus 1. Both will be equal. First equation. Here D coefficient m by m plus 1. And here D coefficient 1 by n plus 1. Look the first and second. First and second. Both left side are equal. The right side will be also equal. Means n by n plus 1 equal to 1 by n plus 1. N plus 1 bye. N equal to 1. N equal to 1, you can put it here and you will get m by m plus 1 equal to 1 by 1 plus 1 means 1 by 2. Or you can say 2m equal to m plus 1. Or you can say m equal to 1. Means n equal to 1 as well as m equal to 1 means this ratio 1 is to 1. And this is also 1 is to 1. So they are the bisecting. Midpoint. This is the midpoint.
Sir, I have one doubt, sir. Sir, why we took PC as 1, sir, like in the ratio of 1?
Pardon, I didn't get you.
So like we took PC and PB as 1, sir, like in the ratio of 1. M plus 1. Like
N is to 1 I take it. Because ratio, you can take any ratio. Suppose I say this P is the, and this is the A, this is the B. You can assume ratio M is to N. As well as you can assume ratio M by N is to 1. Both are same thing.
yes, sir.
So I taken M is to 1 because if I'll take M is to N, so two unknown will be there. Calculation will be lengthy. Ratio always takes something is to 1. And that something automatically will come.
Yes, sir.
I hope it's clear to everybody.
Yes.
So this is the fundamental I given you, and I will be sending you one video tomorrow to before the next class. You have to go through that video. And one homework I'm giving, I want the vector method only.
Sir, in this workshop, we will teach only geometry, sir, by vector method.
Pardon?
In the 25 days workshop,
No.
we will teach only geometry, sir.
Geometry will finish only in 3 days.
Oh, okay, sir.
Suppose this is Nirav, which point you have doubt? We calculate. Please switch off your mic. P position vector we calculated by using M and 1. So M into B plus D plus 1 into 0 divided by M plus 1. And P calculated by using these two also we got. And both are equal. B and D coefficient you compare. Vector coefficient can be compared. So N equal to 1, M equal to 1. So it means this is the 1:1 ratio. This is also 1:1 ratio. So they will bisect. Am I clear? Now the question for homework. All of you know medians?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Side.
This is the one median. This is another median. AD and AE, BE is median. AD and BE are medians. Suppose they intersect here at P. You have to tell me what is this ratio AP is to PD. Maximum of you may be knowing also.
Sir, 2:1.
Yes, that I want by vector method. I want to know this ratio by vector method. This is your homework. And in the next class, before next class, you have to go through the videos and then only you have to attend. And the one worksheet, 10 questions will be there, which you have to do.
Sir, where will you get the worksheet, sir?
You have to talk to the person where the people call up. Okay, that tomorrow morning it will be available.
Yes.
Sir, can you again say what you said about worksheet?
One video you have to attend before attending 8 o'clock tomorrow class, and one worksheet has to be completed what we learned today. And all of you should know, all these classes get recorded. So those who have a little bit difficulty, they can see the recorded session. So that they can get clear idea. Only 3 days required to do the IOQM questions. It will not be a problem. This 3 days in the geometry we'll do, and next we'll go.
Sir, where will be the worksheet available?
By tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Right?
On the website?
Not on the website. You have to speak to the people who given you the link.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right? Sorry. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Sir.
Anybody